Hi everybody, this is AJ with CarInspected. Today we are in Oshawa looking at this 1981 Thunderbird Heritage Edition with a 255 cubic inch V8 and an automatic overdrive transmission. Pretty low in kilometers. The odometer states 9,000 and something. It may have been around once, but overall pretty decent shape. It appears that most of the car has been repainted at some point. I don't find any major issues, but it has been resprayed, I think. Go over some imperfections. Some of the trim is a little beat up. It is the original trim. See, this bumper cover is a little cracked, a little messed up. It's also a little wavy from age, very typical of cars of this era. Emblem's a little cracked up, again from age. Hood's nice and straight. Some scratches along the top of the fender here. And there's random areas of touch-up here and there. A little surface rust can be seen through the cowl vent. I don't see any holes, but there is some surface rust in there. And again, some damage of the trim throughout, little corrosion. And there are some paint imperfections you can really see, but some work has been done in the middle of the door there. And again, as we go through, we see trim does have some damage. This rear wheel arch has been replaced, fixed right here. Some trim possibly missing. You see some screws there. But for the most part, the lower quarters are pretty solid. Doors, all that. Don't see any real rust along the bottom edges. Vinyl top is in good shape. No rips or tears. Seems pretty solid. I don't find any spots that seem to have rust underneath the top, which is a very typical thing. But it all looks pretty good. Don't hear any crunching, any issues. The stainless trim is all in very good shape, which is exclusive to the Heritage Edition. So probably pretty rare. All the windows are original. All car lights. The windshield does not have any markings on it, so it was replaced at some point. This rear windshield is a, rear glass. Well, there we go. Again, car light. But the windshield does not have the car light marking on it. And you can see that there has been some silicone sealing it up. It has been replaced, but there's no chips, no damage, anything like that on it. And the chrome is in good shape. Little nick right here in the trim on the passenger side door. The taillights, the rear area, skipped over that. But this rear bumper does have some imperfections, some paint peeling, and again, a little warped here from age. And the back of the trunk does have chips and stuff present. There's been slightly touched up. Come around to some of this. And trim is a little corroded here and there. There is some surface rust, nothing too major, but there is some stuff present in the wheel well area in the rear. I'll show you that while we're here. The torque box does have, it actually looks worse than it is, but it does have some rust and things present in that torque box in the rear. You can see some bits of hole there. The rockers, that little bit there, on the end of the rocker, but otherwise, the pinch weld, you can see it has a little bit in it. As you can see, but no big holes, nothing major. There's the floor. It's pretty solid. It has been oil sprayed for prevention of winter issues. Exhaust from the cat back looks to be pretty new. Owner stated he put it on, and I believe him because it looks pretty new. Oh, look on the other side as well. A little bit of surface stuff in the front wheel well, front driver's side, but nothing major. Suspension components all seem to be there. No major issues. Disc brakes front, drum brake rear. Unfortunately with these rims I can't look at the disc brakes, but we'll make sure they stop all right. Some time and leakage. Also a mixture of some oil spray, which is done for winter time here. It's probably mostly oil spray. We'll go around the other side and the bottom. A little bit of hole in the floor. This is the front passenger side. As you can see right here, little hole there. And this is also a little damaged. This pinch weld is better than the other side. No real issues. Look at the back. This torque box seems to be in better shape. As you can see, a little bit there in that corner, just like the other side, but not as far. Rear suspension components. It's all old and original. But other than that, I don't see any major floor issues or major problems. Any of the hat channels, they all look like they're in pretty good shape. And that frame rail looks good. Both sides, no damage or anything like that to it. Go to the back real quick. Fuel tank is in good shape, no rust, anything like that. Also don't see any issues in these rear frame rails. Here's inside the quarters. They look pretty solid. Definitely been undercoated through its life. The rear is a little wet there. A little bit of a leak probably. Not atypical of a car of this vintage though. Pop the trunk real quick, which it does. You know what, we're gonna test it has a trunk pop in the glove box. Make sure that works. Here we go. Oh, we need the key to have the trunk pop work. Okay, so we're back. We need the key in the ignition to make the trunk work. There we go. Now it works. Now we'll look in the trunk, now that it's open. And we find it's in original condition. Carpet's all in place in good shape. Spare tire and all the jack and everything is there. Space saver, not bad. And the carpet is pretty glued down. Can't really get under all the jute padding, but it feels solid to me. Don't see any crunching, any issues. No real problems. The wheel well areas are nice and solid on both sides. So again, no issues that I find with the trunk as far as rot goes. And as to be expected, all the cardboard is showing its age, things like that. Weather strip, things like that is okay. Yeah, like I said, showing its age, but it is all original. There's no rust in the deck lid. It's a little dark, sorry. But I don't see any rust along the edges or anything like that. Original jack sticker, pretty unmolested. The light still works. The taillights, I highlighted them before, I don't remember, but they are there in place. A new lens for this side does come with the vehicle. We'll do a quick look at the wheels and tires. So these back tires are Goodyears. They are only, well, I don't know, the date codes are on the inside, so I can't quite see the date codes, but they're in pretty good condition. Not much dry rot in the treads. The treads are pretty deep. There's a little bit of dry rot in those treads, so they are getting older. But there's 8 or 9 30 seconds, I think. You'll see in the report the exact number. The hubcaps are in good shape, not really dented or dinged up. A little overspray on them, but nothing too major. Show you in here. A little bit starting in that pinch weld. Go to the driver's side front wheel, and we find the different tires. These ones are a bit older, or a bit more worn. They are from 2009. You can see some corrosion on the hubcap there. These treads are a little less, not much though. I think they, I have to check the report, but I think they were measuring at 7 seconds. But for the most part, they're pretty decent. The passenger side, look at the front. Passenger side, again, this is matching to the other front Centrum. Pretty decent shape. Again, 2009, this one was produced, so these tires are of the same vintage. And about 7 seconds of tread in this one as well. Nice even tread wear as well. I don't see signs of alignment issues, anything like that. This hubcap has a little bit of corrosion around that center piece there, just like the other one. But for the most part, it is in good shape. It's not dented or dinged up, anything like that. I'm gonna go to this last rear wheel. This one matches the other side. On the rear, the matching Goodyear. And again, hubcap is nice, except for that little bit of corrosion around that center. Treads do match the other wheel. Pretty good, pretty deep. Again, I think 8 or so. 30 seconds of left on there. We'll look at the interior real quick. Pretty decent original shape. You can see some things have been kind of fixed, glued here and there. Just kind of repaired over the years. But for the most part, it's all there. Everything seems to work. Little, just sun fading. Original weather strip. Obviously is not perfect, but it looks like it still seals, everything's okay. Seats are in pretty good shape. I don't see any signs of any rips or tears, anything like that. A little bit of a stain in there, but nothing too big. Dashboard, nothing made, no cracks, anything like that. A lot of cars of this vintage, these dashboards are all cracked up, but this one's not too bad. Wood grain seems to be in good shape. It's not peeling or anything like that. In the glove box, plastic's not broken. Got the owner's guide in here. A little bit of touch-up paint there. The original, made especially for W.H. Palmer. That came with the Heritage Edition cars. You got it personalized, kind of neat. The carpet is pretty new. Owner stated he replaced it fairly recently. As well as the headliner, that just came back yesterday from the interior shop. So the headliner is brand new. You can still smell the glue in here, but it is in very good shape. It was nicely installed, no issues there. See the vanity mirror, lights still work, everything works. Go to the rear. Again, carpet, pretty new. Rear seat is in good shape. No signs of issue there. Nice and comfy looking. Side panels, I don't see anything broken, any issues like that. Seat belts, again, original condition. Little stained dirt here and there, but nothing too major. There's sun fading present on the back of these seat covers. That's obvious for a car of this age. Go around to the driver's side. Again, little glue fixes here and there. There's the door panel on the driver's side. No real issues. Again, lights are working. Wood grain is pretty good. Nothing's broken or scratched or damaged. Here's a VIN number verification, by the way. 5739. We'll look at under here. And we see, I can't see it in the video, but it does say 5739, so they do match. Driver's seat, again, nice shape, not too worn. No rips or tears, anything like that. Look in the back. Sun fading, but overall the interior is pretty good shape. We look at the dash. There are a few on the driver's side. There's a couple cracks here. Plastic is cracked by the door. There's also one under here by that console area. But other than that, don't see any real issues. Steering wheel's in pretty good shape. A little cracking of that plastic, but this wood grain is not peeling or anything like that. Again, many cars from this era, this wood grain is peeling right out. We're going to start it up now. So it does fire right up. The digital dash seems to work. When I test drive it, we'll make sure everything works, but there's the mileage, 9537. See if the radio works.
However, I got a pair of tickets for you.
So the radio does work, as well as see if the heat works. Yep, it does blow. Ooh, blow some dust out, probably never used. So we're gonna leave it at that. It does blow. Little crack there as well. I also want to show you that the windows work. Passenger side and the driver's side. So we are good there. If you can hear, it does run pretty smoothly as well. I'm gonna open the hood so you can hear it running. And then we'll shut her down and I'll go over the mechanics that I found. So here it is running. I don't hear any ticks, any noises, anything that would show concern. The engine is still pretty cold as well, and no smoke blew out or anything like that. It's not, again, it's running nice and smoothly. I also don't see any major leaks, anything like that. I'll shut it down, show that better. So there you go. So like I said, I don't see any signs of leaks, anything like that. New valve cover gaskets do come with the vehicle. He said they were leaking and he tightened up the bolts and it stopped leaking, but they're pretty good. There's a little bit of, actually just noticed now, a little bit of fuel leakage by the carb there. See in the manifold underneath, a little bit, probably from sitting. Might need some new gaskets in the carb or something like that. But overall, pretty good. Again, all the oil that you see is winter oil spray. Again, very typical of this climate. That's what helped preserve most of this car. I don't see any real rust issues in the front subframe area, anything like that. You see better in the pictures, but just general, decent, overall, original condition. The battery is obviously a little newer than original. It is showing 12.4 volts, and it was charging at 14.7 or 8. So the charging system, the alternator, is working properly. No issues there. The coolant came back as fine, -43. It is a little dirty. Probably needs a flush. Can't get it open. You can see there, it is a little muddy. You'll see also pictures of when I extracted some, how dirty it is. The oil tested okay. That's, like I said, the oil was green, no issues there. The brake fluid was 4% humidity, so it is pretty old. You can tell it's pretty old, and also the front reservoir, which is for the back brakes, is a bit low. I don't see any leaks per se, but it is a bit low. And also, like I said, both reservoirs, the fluid is pretty old. Could use a good flushing. The belts, this accessory belt seems to be in good shape, but the serpentine belt is pretty old. It's got some dry rotting and cracking on it. It should probably be replaced before doing a lot of driving. But other than that, I have no real issues. Build tags in place. No damage in here. No signs of any real accidents at any point. You can see overspray from the repaint in here. But it looks like it was original color. You can see original color there. And overspray here. Or here. So we'll close her up. Take one last look around. This 1981 Thunderbird Heritage Edition. Well, you know what we're going to do? Before I turn the video off, we're going to turn the lights on and make sure all that works. Oh, I hear the vacuum, so that's telling me they probably opened. There we go. Hideaway headlights are working, as well as marker lights. We'll go to the back. The taillights, they are, you can't see them in videos, too bright out, but they do look like they're working. Yep, they are working. You can See in there. We'll hit the flashers real quick, just to make sure. There you go. And there. Up there, brake light also. And the front flashers are working as well. So there we have it. So now we're going to take her for a quick test drive. See how she does. But there you have it. Again, this 81 Thunderbird Heritage Edition. Pretty rare car. Not many were made. And the Heritage is the highest optioned version of this vehicle. So, this is AJ with Car Inspected. And we will see you again next time. Thanks for watching.